Good afternoon. I am Karen Cassidy, Assistant Commissioner of the Department of Finance and Treasurer of the City of New York. I represent the New York City Commissioner of Finance on the Banking Commission. I would like to start by introducing the other members of the Banking Commission. Mayor de Blasio's representative, Chief Administrative Officer to the First Deputy Mayor, Laura Anglin, and Comptroller Stringer's representative, Assistant Comptroller for Economic Development, Brian Cook. The purpose of today's meeting, dated November 30th, 2017, is for the Banking Commission to approve 5 banks as official depositories of the City of New York, more commonly known as New York City Depository Banks, as well as approving Banking Development District BDD deposits for 2 banks. This meeting will be conducted pursuant to the rules of the Open Meetings Law. This means that members of the public have the right to attend, listen, and observe these proceedings, but they are not authorized to speak during the meeting. With that in mind, we would like to welcome members of the public who have joined us today, and thank you for your cooperation. We will begin with the meeting with a roll call. Laura Anglin, Mayor Representative.
Present.
Brian Cook, Comptroller, Assistant Comptroller for Economic Development.
Present.
Representative. Karen Cassidy, Assistant Commissioner and Treasurer. Present. We have a quorum, and we may now conduct the meeting of the business of the meeting. Number 2, acceptance of the minutes of May 31st, 2017. The first agenda item is the acceptance of the minutes of May 31st, 2017 Banking Commission meeting, when the Commission approved 20 banks as New York City designated banks and conditionally designated 1 bank. The draft minutes of this Banking Commission meeting were previously distributed to the Banking Commission members for review. May I please have a motion to accept the minutes of that meeting?
So moved.
Can someone second the meeting?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Number 3, designation of 5 banks as New York City depository banks. The next item on the agenda is the designation of 5 banks that are permitted to hold city funds pursuant to Section 1524 of the New York City Charter. The Banking Commission shall designate banks in which all monies of the City of New York shall be deposited. The Banking Commission has promulgated rules contained in Title 22 of the Rules of the City of New York, RCNY, which set forth the requirements for designation of depository banks. In accordance with Title 22, RCNY, the following proposed resolution is for the Commission's approval to designate the following banks as New York City depository banks for a period commencing November 30th, 2017, and ending no later than May 31st, 2019. Resolution number 1, approval of 5 New York City depository banks. Whereas pursuant to Section 1524 of the New York City Charter, the Banking Commission is responsible for designating the banks that are permitted to hold city funds. And whereas pursuant to Title 22 of the Rules of the City of New York, RCNY number 1-03B, the term of a designation shall be for a period of no longer than 2 years unless the Banking Commission by majority vote extends such designation period. And whereas the following 5 banks have submitted the required documents and meet the requirements to become New York City depository banks: Bank of the Ozarks, People's United Bank, PNC Bank, Spring Bank, and Sterling National Bank. Therefore, be it resolved, the Banking Commission hereby approves the designation of these 5 banks as New York City depository banks for a period commencing November 30th, 2017, and ending no later than May 31st, 2019, dated November 30th, 2017. Are there any questions or discussions on the resolution to approve the designated 5 banks?
No.
If not, may I please have a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Congratulations. Ridgewood, number 4, Ridgewood Savings Bank and Deposit District BDD deposit. The next agenda item is the request by Ridgewood Savings Bank for a below-market rate of $10 million in a city BDD deposit at the bank's Clinton Hill BDD branch, located at 1035 Fulton Street in Brooklyn. The city currently has a below-market rate of $10 million BDD deposit at the bank's BDD branch in the Williamsbridge section of the Bronx, located at 3824 White Plains Road. Additionally, the city also has a market rate of 10 million BDD deposit at the same branch. The Commission recommends that the City of New York move its market rate of 10 million deposit from the bank's Williamsbridge branch to its Clinton Hill branch. Resolution number 2, Ridgewood Savings Bank BDD deposit. Whereas Ridgewood Savings Bank has requested that the City of New York make a 10 million deposit at its Clinton Hill BDD branch located at 1035 Fulton Street in Brooklyn. And whereas the city currently has a market rate and below market rate BDD deposit totaling 20 million at the Williamsbridge branch of Ridgewood Savings Bank, and whereas the Banking Commission recommends that the market rate 10 million deposit be moved from the Williamsbridge branch to the Clinton Hill branch, therefore be it resolved, the Banking Commission approves a 10 million city BDD deposit at the Ridgewood Savings Bank Clinton Hill BDD branch, dated November 30th, 2017. May I please have a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Number 5, Spring Bank Banking Deposit, BDD deposit. The next agenda item is the request by Spring Bank for a $250,000 city BDD deposit at the bank's Highbridge BDD branch located at 69 East 167th Street in the Bronx. This is Spring Bank's first BDD branch approved by the New York State Department of Financial Services. At the bank's request, the state of New York recently made a below market rate of $10 million BDD deposit at this branch. The Commission recommends that the City of New York make a $250,000 deposit at the Spring Bank Highbridge BDD branch. Resolution number 3, Spring Bank BDD deposit. Whereas Spring Bank has requested that the City of New York make a $250,000 deposit at its Highbridge BDD branch located at 69 East 167th Street in the Bronx. Therefore, be it resolved, the Banking Commission approves a $250,000 city BDD deposit at the Spring Bank Highbridge BDD branch, dated November 30th, 2017. May I please have a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Number 6 are other items. Does anyone have any additional items to discuss before we adjourn?
No.
No.
Having completed the business of this meeting, can someone please make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Can someone second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. This Banking Commission meeting is adjourned. Thank you.